morning to you. This is Ayogen Morning News Updates. I am ABIODUN Janet. We're glad you joined us this morning. These are our top stories. Marketers give conditions to buy Dangote petrol, high import over fuel price hike. Nigerians to pay 950 naira per litre of Dangote petrol. We must educate Nigerians to tackle challenges of climate change, says Tinubu in Maiduguri. We are reforming Osun Amotekun, Governor Adeleke says. IPO bomb station kills 3 policemen in Anambra. 1 dead, 8 injured in accident on 3rd Mainland Bridge. 4 die of acute diarrhea in Yobe. Ighodalo sues Oshiomhole over alleged defamatory comments. Only 1.5 million people have National Identification Card in Jigawa NIMC. In international news, Trump unveils new cryptocurrency platform. Israel sets new war goal of returning residents to the north. Gunman laughed for hours before Trump's last-minute game of golf. Stay tuned, we'll be right back for the news in full. We're glad you're still with us. More news and updates coming up. Marketers give conditions to buy Dangote petrol, high import over fuel price hike. Petroleum marketers in Nigeria say they are standing in limbo over the controversy surrounding Dangote refinery premium motor spirit petrol pricing, as released by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited on Monday. This comes as the petroleum marketers demanded that Dangote refinery should disclose the price it sold petrol to NNPCL for transparency. Marketers further noted that the country cannot depend on domestic petrol production to satisfy its daily consumption, which stood at 50 million naira, according to Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority latest data. The president of the Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owners Association, PETROAN, Billy Gillies Ari, and the president of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Abubakar Mai Gandhi, made this demand in a separate interview on Monday. Nigerians to pay 950 naira per litre on Dangote petrol. Hopes for a potential reduction in petrol prices following the commencement of supply from Dangote refinery were dashed yesterday as NNPC Limited released a new pricing template that raised pump prices by about 11% to 950 naira per litre. The pump price of petrol was increased by over 40% 2 weeks ago, apparently in anticipation of the refinery's output. But amid disagreements between NNPC and Dangote Refinery over price of the product, a statement by Chief Corporate Communications Officer, NNPC, Olufemi Shoneye, clarified that Dangote petrol will not sell cheaper. A document titled Estimated Pump Price based on Dangote Refinery September 2024 PMS supply showed that the petrol from the refinery will have a base cost of 898 naira per litre. Additional costs such as Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority (NMDPRA) charge of 4 naira 495 kobo midstream and Gas Infrastructure Fund (MDGIF) charge of 4 naira 495 kobo distribution and logistic cost of 42 naira 45 kobo, all added up to bring the effective pump price to Lagos area to 950 naira 22 kobo per litre from the current rate of 855 naira per litre. NNPC also adjusted the price of the product across the country for its stations, with Abuja now at 992 naira 22 kobo per litre from 897 naira. The price for Kaduna, Kano and Sokoto has also increased to 992 naira 22 kobo, while consumers in Borno area will pay the highest bond price of 1,019 naira per litre. Prices in Port Harcourt and Imo has been increased to 980 naira 22 kobo per litre. NNPC insisted that it loaded the product at 898 naira per litre from Dangote and challenged anyone with contrary figures to make it public. We must educate Nigerians to tackle challenges of climate change, says Tinubu in Maiduguri. Harping on the role of education, President Bola Tinubu on Monday vowed to tackle the challenges of climate change and other environmental issues facing the nation. The president made this pledge in Maiduguri while commiserating with the government and people of Borno State over the recent flood disaster that left many dead and properties destroyed. President Tinubu, who was received by the state governor Professor Babagana Zulum and other political stakeholders in the state, made straight to the palace of the Sheikh of Benin Bono, HRH Abubakar Umar Gaba, where he commiserated with the monarch. On his way to the Sheikh's palace, the president visited the internally displaced persons IDPs camp, where he assured the flood victims of maximum support from the federal government. Speaking at the Sheikh's palace, President Tinubu said he had to reschedule his official trip to United States of America, US, in order to sympathize with the people of Borno over the unfortunate incident. In his words, he is just there to sympathize with them, and he knows the palace was overtaken with flood and heard the report. The VP gave him details, but to him personally, he knows he has to cut off. He was going directly to America, but to be with the people of Borno State. He only for 5 minutes shared the moment, and he also thanked the leadership for their various prayers and the disaster. They must pay for paying attention to the disaster to Borno State. Sheikh of Borno is in his comments requested that the president get to the root cause of the flood. The monarch expressed appreciation to the military for their roles in rescuing the victims. Also speaking, the state governor thanked the president for cutting short a trip to the US to commiserate with his people. He recalled that the president had a long-term relationship with the people of the state, stressing that Tinubu contributed immensely to the growth of democracy in the state. We are reforming Osun Amotekun, says Governor Adeleke. Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State has announced that his administration has initiated a comprehensive reform of the Amotekun Corps in the state. Governor Adeleke also emphasized that the reform will strengthen the Corps' role as a bridge between the local communities and federal security agencies. The governor made this known in a statement issued by the spokesperson Olawale Rashid after receiving a delegation from the Ife Development Board at the Government House in Oshogbo on Monday. He said his administration is already reforming the state Amotekun Security Service as a bridge between the local communities and the federal security services, while expressing his dissatisfaction with the current state of development in the ancient city of Ile-Ife. The governor reviewed plans for significant infrastructure upgrades, starting with the Lagere flyover and the dualization of the road leading to the Oni's Palace. He also highlighted that the modernization of Ile-Ife was essential, especially given the city's historical and cultural significance. IPO bomb station kills 3 policemen in Anambra. The proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has bombed one of the police stations in Anambra State, killing 3 policemen. However, the joint security forces comprising the military, police, navy, civil defense and vigilance groups recovered 5 of the unexploded bombs. The incident, it was gathered, happened about 10 a.m. yesterday at Umuze police station, Warumba South local government area. It was further gathered that the assailant came to enforce the Monday sit at home in the community before encountering the security operatives. Though an eyewitness said 3 policemen were killed while others were injured, the spokesperson of the state police command, Tochukwu Ikenga, said only 2 policemen died. It said the joint security forces comprising of the police, Army, Navy, Civil Defense and other security agencies recovered 5 unexploded improvised explosives and are on the trial of arsonists and armed secessionist group members who in the early hours of 16/9/2024 attacked the Umeze police station. The suspected armed proscribed group invaded the police facility with improvised explosives, shooting sporadically and fire caught parts of the station. One dead, 8 injured in accident on Third Mainland Bridge. One person died on the spot while 8 others sustained injuries in a head-on collision involving 2 Mazda commercial buses with registration numbers LND 624YA and EKY 804YH on the Third Mainland Bridge in Ward Iyano, Oworonshoki, Lagos. In a statement, the Director of Public Affairs, Lagos State Traffic Management Authority last man, Mr. Taufik Adebayo, stated that the drivers of the buses were on top speed from Adeniji Adele. Last man, a further said, facilitated the rescue of the passengers who suffered severe fractures. They were taken to the Bagada General Hospital for general care by the Lagos State Ambulance Services, Lasan Boss. Police units from Bariga and Halonge were instrumental in providing critical security support during the rescue, ensuring order and expediting the effort to restore normalcy. Adebayo reiterated the last man is committed to safer roads. He implored motorists to observe speed regulation and exercise caution. 4 die of acute diarrhea in Yobe. Stay tuned, we'll be right back after this short break. You tuned with us. 4 die of acute diarrhea in Yobe. The Yobe State government has confirmed 4 persons died from acute diarrhea in Gujba local government area. Commissioner for Health, Dr. Lawan Ghana, made this known to reporters in Damaturu yesterday. Ghana said the disease was detected in Jangalawaji and Tandandara settlement in Gujba ward. The commissioner stated that both villages were among areas ravaged by flood in the state. He pointed out the samples of the victims were collected and undergoing examination. Ghana called on the public not to panic as the government was doing everything possible to address the situation. Many survive as building collapse collapses in Plateau. 4 persons were injured and several others survived when a residential apartment collapsed in Riyom, local government council of Plateau State. A resident of the community, Dusu Judith Joseph, said the house located around Government College, Riyom, collapsed in the early hours of yesterday while the families were asleep. She told the news that no death was recorded and those injured, mostly children, are receiving treatment in a hospital. Another citizen of the community who gave his name as Bot Riwang said they thank God that several family members living in the house escaped death by a whisker when the house caved in on Monday morning. Stay tuned, we'll be right back after this short break. Igodalo sues Oshiomhole over alleged defamatory comments. The candidate of People's Democratic Party, PDP, for the September 21 governorship election in Edo State, Azue Igodalo sued Senator Adams Oshiomhole over comments on the Plan Well scheme. Igodalo slapped the former governor with a 20 billion naira lawsuit. The governorship candidate, through his counsel, Ayo Asala, SAN, and associate, also sought an immediate retraction and apology for the false, defamatory, and malicious comment, which should be published in at least 2 national television networks and 3 national circulating newspapers. He noted that the allegations by Oshiomhole were baseless, false, and malicious, describing them as another of such defamatory fabrication statements made by the senator representing Edo North Senatorial District in the recent past. According to him, the fabrication of the unfounded and false story is a figment of Oshiomhole's imagination intended to denigrate his good character and reputation for the political purpose of advancing the sinking fortunes of Oshiomhole's party and candidates in the forthcoming gubernatorial election in Edo State. A letter by Igodalo's lawyers dated September 16, 2024, and addressed to Oshiomhole read were counsel to Dr. Aswe Igodalo, who is the governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the forthcoming Edo State governorship election. It is our information that at a campaign rally of your party on Saturday, 14th of September 2024, you made a statement to the effect that our aforesaid client, Dr. Igodalo, was associated with or participated in an alleged pyramid scheme known as Plan Well, in which numerous Nigerians were defrauded of their hard-earned funds. It is sad to know that despite their status as an held on an order of a public office, it appears you appear to have developed a pattern of spewing false statements in the public domain purely for the achievement of your political ends. Only 1.5 million people have national identification card in Jigawa, NIMC alleged. The National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, has said only 1.5 million people out of over 6 million population have national identification cards in Jigawa State. NIMC State Coordinator Alhaji Aminu Jakada disclosed this while speaking to newsmen after a procession of commemorate the International Identity Day 2024 in Dutche. He said the purpose of the event was to enlighten the public on the importance of the National Identification Card. The coordinator, who was represented by the zonal officer Kazal Ure, Comrade Mohammed Yusuf, said the United Nations set aside 16 September of every year as the International Identity Day. According to him, statistically, only 1.5 million people are registered in Jigawa State, while over 4.5 million people are yet to register. He advised people in the state to register with the commission through its offices across the state. Jakarta also urged religious, traditional leaders and other relevant stakeholders to mobilize people on the importance of possessing the national identity card. Trump unveils new cryptocurrency platform. Former U.S. President Donald Trump, along with his sons and entrepreneurs, late Monday launched a cryptocurrency platform provided few details. Little was revealed. Stay tuned, we'll be right back after this short break. Sets new war goal of returning residents to the north. Israel has made the safe return of residents to the north of the country an official war goal. The Prime Minister's office has said the decision was taken by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's security cabinet late on Monday. About 60,000 people have been evacuated from northern Israel because of near-daily attacks by Iran-backed Hezbollah in neighboring Lebanon. Cross-border fighting escalated on 8 October 2023, a day after the deadly attack on Israel by Hamas gunmen from the Gaza Strip, when Hezbollah fired at Israeli positions in solidarity with the Palestinians. Gunman lagged for hours before Trump's last-minute game of golf. It was hot and cloudy on Sunday afternoon when Trump and his good friend, real estate developer Steve Witkoff, arrived on the course of Trump International Golf Club in the West Palm Beach. The former president was on the fifth fairway at 1331 EDT, 1731 GMT, an area adjacent to the busy route near Palm Beach International Airport, when a member of his protection detail spotted a rifle poking out of foliage by the deceased home. Trump, who was evacuated unarmed, recounted on Monday night that he had probably 4 or 5 short range out in the near distance. A quick-thinking Secret Service agent had opened fire in the direction of the suspect, who was about 300-500 yards away and did not have a clear line of sight to Trump, federal investigators said. The gunman, who investigators say did not fire any shot, was concealed by the well-manicured shrubbery and tall palm trees that lined the perimeter of the 27-hole course. He had been lurking there on the public side of the fence since 1:59 local time on Sunday morning, according to the mobile phone record cited by the federal officials. And that was Ayogen Morning News Updates. Before we go now to the recap of the headlines, stay tuned. Marketers give conditions to buy Dangote petrol, high imports. Nigerians to pay 950 naira per litre on Dangote petrol. We must educate Nigerians to tackle challenges of climate change, says Tinubu in Maiduguri. We are reforming Osun Amotekun, Governor Adeleke alleged. 4 die of acute diarrhea in Jobe. Many survive as building collapses in Plateau. Ighodalo sues Oshiomhole over alleged defamatory comments. Only 1.5 million people have national identification card in Jigawa NIMC. Israel sets new world goal of returning residents to the north. Gunmen lacked for hours before Trump's last-minute game of golf. Thank you for staying tuned. I am ABIODUN. Do enjoy the rest of your day and good day.